Yeah, again into the pitch, short, and just beat him for a bit of bounce and inward movement. But it is that length that will cause problems. Height and bounce. Ngarava with the wicket. Nissanka doesn't score any. It's 1 for 1.
Kusal Pereira, 35 years old now. 89 matches and a bit of a basher. 133.73 is the strike rate. Excellent over. A wicket taking over comes to an end. 1 for 1 SL.
Into the pitch. It just came back in, and look at the way the ball makes contact with the bat. Right at the splice, right near the handle. So extra bounce.
And the pressure of dots working well for Zimbabwe. Bowled a good line, good channel. I think Pathun Nissanka in the end got just a wee bit frustrated. Oh, that's a beauty. That really is a terrific delivery.
Yeah, to the left-hander, his natural delivery will just move away. Trying to almost place Pereira with the ball, just nipping away from him.
Yeah, got to keep the ball up to the batsman. First over, heroes Shine Afridi heads the list. Edge, that goes through the slip cordon for 4. Chancy shot, living dangerously. He's off the mark with an edge.
This is also the danger in white ball cricket with the left-hander. Don't have much cover in the slip, so the ball tends to fly away. You've got a very wide third fielder. He's almost a deep gully on the fence. Nobody down at third saving the boundary, so the opportunity with the outside edge to fly away.
I think it's important for the bowler to captain himself. So he knows, Paso, how captaining yourself most times. There's no time for the leader really to be spoon-feeding you with everything. Oh, that's gone up in the air. This should be second for Zim, and it's taken. And Ngarava there is in business again. Couple of hefty blows, and Zimbabweans are off to a great start here.
Kusal Pereira trying to pull this again into the pitch, a bit more extra bounce. The new ball with that seam movement. In the end, just a timid top edge. It's taken nicely. Zimbabwe, the ideal start. Wicket in the first over, wicket in the second. Pereira out for 4. Sri Lanka 6 for 2.
Bhanuka Rajapaksa is in. 132 is the strike rate. Right now it's about handling the new ball and making sure that there are no more accidents. 4 men in the ring on the offside. There's one slip in place. I think it'd be better served maybe having another one in the slip cordon. The ball is seaming around. On the pads, an easy shot for him to execute, and he's off the mark. 7 for 2.
Short ball, never in control. Elation for Zimbabwe.
It's got to follow through now. No point in looking to bowl those magic deliveries. It's about just making sure that they feel this situation. Make them not figure-free, but full of figure. Figure-free moment, download now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. See Sri Lanka bat differently in this phase compared to Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans were all over the place when the pressure got to the middle order. Sri Lanka with experience, I'm sure they'll have a more solid plan to see off this turbulent start.
Yeah, the difference here is that Zimbabwe have been able to hit the pitch hard and just bowl back of a length, whereas Sri Lanka went searching with the spinner and also with the new ball went a little full.
Oh, that got up and well played in the end, because you're not really looking to buckle down and play the ball round the corner, but I think because of the situation, he was ready for the defensive shot and played it well in the end.
Again, into the pitch, extra bounce. He's played it beautifully, but for a moment, Rava would have thought that that is another one that's going to hit the glove. Working a little gingerly, but his bowling is anything but back of a length throughout.
I think Zimbabwe played Pakistan at Perth during the World Cup, and he gave them quite a few nasty deliveries to face on that Perth bouncy strip. Quick single. Oh, just about made it in the end, I think. A dive in. Had to absolutely hustle to make sure that he was in as that ball was hurled back at the bowler's end. You see, hitting the hard length and then keeping the batsman quiet. That one pitched just slightly up and temperamentally got the better of the striker. Right, as we have a pause here, let's pause for Twenty20. It's a great corner, famous brand, Pakistan's most favorite brand, Twenty20. Very easy. What happened? We can show you without the services of an analytical guy here. Yeah, it's a soft dismissal really. With the splice of the blade, it's taken at mid-wicket, and this was a very chancy innings, and it turned out to be a nothing innings in the end, unfortunately, because he edged couple and then got out. Playing across the line in conditions where the bowlers were getting the ball to deviate. Not a good choice by Pereira. And usually try to find a seat next to the guy who's not scored more than you. Oh, that's well fielded. Zimbabweans have always been good in the field. Rich history and legacy for them to follow.
And just the one boundary so far, and we're coming to the end of the third over. So pressure really being applied. Yes, the wickets is also a squeeze up top.
But well done. The ball does travel here on the outfield. Greasy conditions. 12 for 2. Marumani there fielding well, making sure that he got behind the ball, diving, recovering, throwing. On the pads, every now and then they've bowled that line and given an easy passage to the striker right. Pakistan buckle up, because we're talking about Nilofer. We've seen some brilliant partnerships on the field, but this one, Fawad Khan and Myra Khan in Nilofer, is pure gold, magic. Film releases on 28th November, and I believe Nilofer is water lily, in case you were wondering what Nilofer means.
You just feel the pressure building there, a little jump down the track and trying to hit this over cover. There is that seam or swing away from the left-hander, but Sikandar knows that he needs to keep this up. His bowlers have been back of a length, nothing in that drive zone. That's why they've been so good.
Yeah, I mean, he errs again. It's a wide this time. Otherwise, they've given away easy singles, bowling on the pads. Pakistan's smartest hatchback, Evie, Inverix, Zio, is up for grabs for the most electrifying batter. Not been a lot of electrifying stuff from Sri Lanka, 14 for 2. Just got to plug in, make sure that you see off this this rather uneasy patch.
Loved that, because he loved the cut shot, loved anything over point, and he loved hitting those deliveries. Trying to get off strike, oh, almost got undone.
Yeah, it's all about pressure. There's never a single there. What was he doing? Nervous and reckless. Still remember, he belted a 250 plus against Pakistan at Faisalabad. Must have been, what, about 10 years back? 20 years back. Wasim and Waqar weren't playing, but Shoaib Akhtar was. It's a blistering innings. He hails from Pindi, Shoaib Akhtar, known as Rawalpindi Express. Derailed quite a few batsmen when he was bowling fast. Top edge, and it misses the advancing keeper. Oh, almost took his mate with that throw. But he reacted just at the perfect time. He ducked. Right. Ooh. That would have been the end of his stint.
For a moment, he thought, it's coming straight at me. He just looked in fear and thought, no, don't throw, but reacted. No damage.
End of the over, 15 for 2.
After 4 overs, 15 for 2, Sri Lanka.
Went like a leg spin. You see the amazement on the face, the facial expression, just letting us know what he thought of that delivery. It was absolutely impossible to play that one.
Yeah, Evans bowled beautifully in the first couple of overs against Pakistan as well. Just hits the seam back of a length. And if there's movement, he's a handful.
I think run out is round the corner. I just feel it, getting this vibe because mounting on this pair. He's got it to move both ways. And he's only bowled, what, 3 balls?
Yeah, he just bowls back of a length, and as you mentioned, he seams the ball. And he got a huge wicket in the first game where he got a couple of deliveries that seamed away to Babar and then one that nipped in.
T20I becomes interesting when there's balance between bat and ball. And right now, ball is winning this contest, courtesy Zimbabwe. It's been that kind of a knock. Edgy. They've been circumspect. Batting has been a touch difficult, but nothing difficult regarding Bank Alpha. Open a branch, 1100 plus branches for you. Open your current account from nearest branch to enjoy various free services and earn orbit rewards by maintaining or growing your balance. Yeah, I mean, nice shape away from the right-hander. Excellent over, comes to an end. 17 for 2.
Two early wickets has stymied the progression of this innings. This innings of Sri Lanka is going nowhere. Well, that's a good hit. Oh, what an effort. What an effort from Ryan Burl. That bounce really helped him and certainly saved 3 runs. That was from the middle of the bat.
Oh, that's outstanding. What about that for adjustment? Oh, that is good. I'm unlucky. On another day, it spins and away it goes, and put those on the board.
Yeah, it was a mixture of reflexes and athleticism. Yeah.
And your score that you've put on the board swells, and you then have something to work with. Important to finish off this power play well for Zimbabwe. Shot, nicely played. Inside the line and helped away for 4.
Yeah, he was very watchful to start with. Now looking to break free. Not afraid to improvise. Realize that the bowler is angling the ball away from the off stump, covered the off stump line, created that room for himself to hit the ball fine on the onside. Good batting. He's a capable batsman, Rajapaksa.
That's better with the line. Got to make sure of it. Anything leg side is really an easy hit. Just the one fielder out there in the deep. And it's more just about getting some bat on it. Be able to pick up 4. If there's anything to hit as well, anywhere in front. Evade mid-on and away it goes. And he will look to access the boundary. Minimal risk, yes. Because they've lost the 2. Needed to get something on that as the batter.
He missed out. Only a feather of a touch was required for him to gain. An important passage of the play as far as Sri Lanka is concerned in this game. If they manage to play well, they'll create a chance for themselves to win this one.
Happy at Kusal Mendes, right-hander. Big delivery here, finish off. Is looking into the distance on the leg side over mid-wicket. Kusal Mendes. And he was going there. Just not quite the length. Power play done, 25 for 2.
It wasn't a great power play for Sri Lanka. How many times we have seen Nissanka getting out in this fashion? You place a mid-wicket for him and you'll pick him up. That was a lucky stroke. And then trying to fetch the ball against the angle, only managed thick outside edge and a well-judged catch to remove Pereira. He was busy, Rajapaksa. Signal from the umpire.
It's their lowest power play score this year, Sri Lanka, in T20 eyes. And 14 T20 internationals. Oh dear! Absolute mix-up. The throw wasn't straight, but it didn't have to be. Taylor picks it up, and they've been gifted a wicket here, Zimbabwe.
And it was Kusal Mendes who sacrificed. It wasn't his fault. His partner kept on running without acknowledging that there was no response from Mendes. And in the end, he was the one who sacrificed. Needless run out. But wicketkeeper Taylor did well. And Zimbabwe definitely controlling this game now. Kusal.
Dasun Shanaka has walked out to the middle, probably earlier than he would have liked. Might even say earlier than he'd have expected. Is off the mark straight away. The fumble allows that. A bit disappointing for the fielder. Going to keep the screws on. And look at the run out. Oh, so confused, the two batters. And he just thinks there's hope there because the throw is that wide. And so starts to run. And in the end, it's not his fault. There isn't a single there. There just isn't one. Rajapaksa set off and thought it was in the gap, but it wasn't. And Zimbabwe in the end get away with that, actually, because the throw was terrible. And if it had been closer, you miss out on the opportunity. Oh, again! They're at one end! Oh, look at that for the throw. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, dear.
Rajapaksa needs to wake up. A span of 3 deliveries. There was a confusion. And you're looking for those short singles. You cannot afford to vacillate. Certain with your running and calling. A good throw was needed there.
And in the field, there has to be certainty with calling as well. Everybody's got to help everybody else. Fielder takes it, call keeper, call bowler clearly. And in throwing, you've got to ensure that you get a good throw in. So not a little lob in some direction. You've got to get an accurate throw in, and you're better off just slightly late. And I don't mean take your time. I mean steady yourself and ensure you get a good throw in. You look at all the good work done here. Well, this is terrible work. They're running in the same direction. It doesn't go to either bowler or keeper because he's just lobbing it.
But at times, too much shouting doesn't help. Bombing. 7 down, 28 for 3.
Brad Evans. None for 2 was good in the previous one. He had that over where he got a couple of wickets, and it was all at the start of the game as well. So set yourself up, and once you have, you've got to continue to apply the pressure and take whatever opportunity comes. And again, goodness gracious, talk about jitters. Yeah, look at this. I'm impressed by the one on the left. There's the scaffolding right there. Look at that. Takes it and then just lean on it so it doesn't, headbutt it. Ah, brilliant. Hey, hello, fellas. This is how you do it. Bully! Oh, dear. I reckon it's just got a jumbled mind there, Bhanuka Rajapaksa. So much going on with the near run-outs and so on. And he's just tried to let loose there to perhaps break the pressure. It's not work.
Yeah, the pressure ramped up. And one has to say, Sikandar Raza has captained the side very well. He persisted with Maposa in the power play. And when the scoring rate was required of 11, he introduced his most accurate bowler. And he was rewarded with a big wicket of Rajapaksa. Sri Lanka in strife, 29 for 4.
Need somebody to bat. It's been a helter-skelter for the 7 overs that have gone. There you go, there's a shot for you. We need a partnership, just some calm a little bit.
Yeah, he was frustrated. He wasn't timing the ball well. He's a boundary hitter. He wasn't getting those and eventually tried his luck. Or should I say tempted his fate, and fate found him.
Yeah, I really do think that he was frazzled. There's a fielder out there. Doesn't quite get to it. Leighton setting off. Might not have got to it anyway. I tell you what, being teased here with opportunity after opportunity, Zimbabwe.
That was nicely appointed fielder, especially for a left-hander who's facing a bowler, bowling round the stumps. And if a left-hander tries to use that angle, the ball goes to that direction. Now, lucky for Comendo Mendes, the timing wasn't there. Talking about Shanaka, captaining the side after a long time. He's a match winner, and a big effort is required of him.
Fielded. Excellent fielding. 33 for 4.
So far, the scorecard has been indicative of a fact that most of the batters struggled. Actually, misery for them. He's warming up to the job. Shanaka is relying on those dabs into the gaps for singles.
That's more like it. You heard that. Keeper and straight into the keeper. Communication so important. Yes, between the batters, for obvious reasons, they've got to try and ensure they don't run each other out. But in the field, yeah, it was Marumani doing the fielding. Couldn't quite get his throw accurate enough and injured himself in the process as well. Hope he's okay. Keeping the fizz busy. Vigotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner. Line done, 38 for 4. Yeah, shouts of 2. Not able to get back for the second. Creamer started all right in game 1, coming back after so long. There would have been some nerves there. And like with many of them, I say, well, hopefully it's like riding a bike. Doesn't really turn it that much, kind of slides onto you. Only when he really slows it up does it bite in the surface and then turn from leg to off. The KFC flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the bucket, a KFC bucket, and wear it on your head as fast as you can.
The bowler to flight the ball has a peril. To land them in the right area consistently can be a hard ask. So far, a decent over. Didn't pick that googly.
Been under the pressure right from the start. Sri Lanka lost wickets, didn't get going. And so each of these strokes where they have a great big hoik is just to try and break the pressure, break free a little bit. Oh dear, too short and wide and put away. And experimented there, tried the flipper out the front.
Yeah, the previous delivery before this one, lack of pace was there. That's why Shanaka was beaten. More pace on this one. And that hurt his cause. Managed to pick up a boundary.
Yeah, sweep shot will pick him up one because of the misfield. Halfway then, Sri Lanka 45 for 4. And time for a drink as well.
The cold evening here, a very cold beginning. In this run chase, 10 overs, 45 for the loss of 4. And I was hoping that they'll be proactive and can seal the deal because he's got great hitting ability. And the other option, obviously, is to just hang in there and go hard right at the end with wickets in hand.
50s on the board finally in the 11th over. But with the required rate already up to 12, you can't leave it too late either. Because what's your capability of chasing 15, 16 and over? Only Hasaranga's in next. Then you don't have much batting left. But it's been a disappointing effort though. From Zimbabwe's point of view, take the bowling aside, the fielding's been energetic. They've been throwing themselves around. Other than that last knock-on just now, they've been outstanding. A few changes in the team. Banu Rajapaksa brought back in at 4, Shanaka at 5. The balance, so Hasaranga at 7. I like the balance, the fact that you got then frontline bowlers to attack. But then the batters got to do the job. They just look like they didn't know how to go about it.
Bowling, beautifully done. It's that man again. 100 wickets now for Sikandar. What a terrific performer he is. Not only for Zimbabwe, but world over. He's got this great ability to play the crunch moments brilliantly.
He's always doing something for his team. His effort in the mid overs with the bat is what's given them this score to bowl at. Hard to get away. And he gets a wicket as well. Kamindu Mendy is in Sri Lanka. Further into trouble now. 52 for 5.
Hasaranga is the new player, new batsman. And he's also gifted as a strike force. So people feel that he's a match winner with the ball. He can be a match winner with the bat also. But what about this guy? He's pretty special. Wicket to wicket. Doesn't get a lot of spin, but hard length and bowl within the stumps.
Forcing the batters to take chances because they've given nothing. Nothing at all to feast on. 11 bowled, 54 for 5.
5 down. So that allows somebody like Kremer to come in and flight the ball, because now it's up to Sri Lanka how they want to go about this. They'll have to play a few big shots, and therein lies the opportunity for a leggy. That's a massive 6. That is absolutely powered over long off.
That's actually the first 6 of the innings. Someone said needed something super. Well, Shanaka, Sri Lanka's captain for this series, former captain, now back. He's of course done so much better with his batting when he's been captain. Well, super it has to be.
Yeah, he seems to be in that mood. And he has to be on form, in that mood really, to get things working for Sri Lanka. This was a monster really. Yeah, I mean, must have stung. It's cold evening. 102 of 51 balls. Oh, now that beat everyone. Once again, slackened the pace. Hit the length quite nicely there, the leggy.
And Zimbabwe's energy on show once again. The chase not given up. And Tino saves 2 runs for the team. Tino Maposa.
Leggies usually have this a battle within the overall battle against a fellow leg spinner, and they want to just boss the leggy because you know your skills are being challenged as a batting leg spinner. End of the over, 63 for 5. It's been given as a wide. Kind of a swerve on that one. It moved the other way.
These are skills he's brought into his game. Even you watch his run up through his career, it's evolved. He spent a lot of time with Sunil Narayan. Oh dear, oh dear. Watch the running, watch where you're running.
Every dot is going to make life difficult for the Sri Lankans. Yeah, got to do that. Just rotate the strike for the time being. Be just a bit more clear-headed and safe in the mind. Like the Super Safe premium detergent powder. They say it cleans like a dream.
Sri Lanka need to clean where they dream from for the moment.
Really difficult to airlift him because he's bowling at a flatter trajectory and is quick through the air, so his average speed is what, mid-90s to high 90s. 100 wickets for him. Terrific all-round cricketer.
I believe there are only 3 cricketers in the world who've got hundreds and 1,000 runs in T20 internationals. Sikandar Raza, Shakib Al Hasan, Nabi.
Very passionate about the game as well. You see him, you know, before the game, he's practicing, he's letting his players know what is expected out there against Sri Lanka. There's a little chit-chat with the bowlers, where to bowl to certain players. Very energetic on the ball, usually. 13 done, 69 for 5.
He's bowled out, Sikandar Raza, 1 for 23 in his 4 overs. There have been a few oh dear moments today from both teams. Most would of course find it funny, but not really the person interested. And we call that being sold down the river as well. A few oh dear moments today, almost taking Maposa's head off. The running, that was chaotic. These are few moments in between a lot of good things from Zimbabwe's point of view. Very messy position, 69 for 5, Sri Lanka.
Yeah, a lot of hesitation. A lot of ordinary moments for the Sri Lankans, and this was embarrassing also for Zimbabwean fielder. That's lifted for 6. That's gone all the way. Meaty blow.
Didn't really need to give it pace because the previous overs he was bowling it slower, around 79, 80 Ks. This one up in the hundreds, and it was bowled seam up. Shanaka waiting for it, long levers. Right now, he's got no decision to make, Shanaka. He's got to bat like this. Well taken by Taylor. Standing so close. Wasn't a captain gone. Only a bit of distance. 34 to him. Raza 3. Brad Evans picked up 3, the main wicket takers in that game. It's something they're unable to break free from, these collapses.
And it plays on your mind also, because you get that expression, or you talk to yourself saying, here we go again. So that's not a great scenario. 77 for 6. Disappointing night for Sri Lanka with the bat so far. 76. It needs a Herculean effort from Hasaranga. It's played in the gap, and he will have the strike back.
And can you believe it? Moving swiftly across the grass was Tino. Tino Maposwa. Now, again, Ramiz, I'm harping a bit on the negatives. 94 all out against Bangladesh earlier in the year in Damul. But then again, in between, there are some wonderful efforts from this team. So that consistency, the up and down nature is something you struggle to figure out. Against India, 102, the game was tied. They lost on the super over. Tremendous. It really is a tough question to answer. Why?
They've got to remain in between zone then. I mean, that's the only way out of this. Because in between, they've been absolutely outstanding. So he's got his 6 hitting back with him.
What it's about. Shop. One line. Pakistan's #1 brand. You're at your...
Yeah, he's been very good. Gets the ball to bounce. I mean, it's chalk and cheese when you compare the two teams in regard to energy, vibe, and who wants to win this more. You're getting this constantly from Zimbabwe, more than Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka seemed to be just behind 8 ball, just listless most part of this contest.
If you look at the ages, I think Sri Lanka's average age would be around 31 now that Bhanuka Rajapaksa is also back in the team. And not the best or quickest of fielders. Upish, taken, another one goes. It's Dusmantha Chamira. Maposa takes it comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the ball to bounce. He bowls at a good pace and a very good catch in the end. Because you don't expect the ball to travel all the way to you when you're fielding in that third man position. And very good grab in the end. Sliding, took it when he was on his knees. So an early exit, a very early exit for Chamira for 1, 80 for 7. Dikshana is in. And 7 down Sri Lanka. 3 strikes away from winning this. And their track record against Zimbabwe is overpowering. 7-2, something like that. They won 7 times, lost 2.
We were talking about the up and down nature. I mean, the only explanation can be approach. It's not the same day in, day out. What happens between the years, that consistency in thought process to keep you in that area where you can perform with intensity is what's in question.
That's nicely played away for a single. Yeah, I wanted a slash, possibly past point. Went fine and well taken. Fact is that whosoever you're playing, you've got to remain grounded. So you've got to respect the opposition, because T20 eyes are about performing on the night, on the day. Game can run away from you very quickly if you don't respect it or respect the opposition. You can be in a precarious situation like the Sri Lankans tonight. They're 82 for 7 after 15.
Bowling has been splendid. Chances his arm, deep in wicket, in play and taken. Another one. Kramer gets the wicket. It is the 8th wicket now down. Hasaranga wanted to hit this out of the park, but bottom of the bat and neatly connected. Zimbabwe now just 2 wickets away.
It's been an absolute procession. Yeah, look at the smiles on the faces. Joy all round, especially because they thought they had a middling score. Hasaranga gone for 8. It's 82 for 8.
Malinga in. Turns it away leg side, just be a single, but it has been so impressive. Started off with the new ball for Zimbabwe, back of a length all the way through. Hasaranga thought, well, have to take a dip. The catching again, very impressive from Zimbabwe. Elation. Sikandar Raza said that they wanted to cross the line. Well, it's in the air now. On the other hand, it's important for Sri Lanka to get as close as possible, so they don't want to throw this away, because net run rate might well come into play in this Tri-Series. So, yeah, might seem as if it's a lost cause, but try and get as close as possible.
If you're Zimbabwe, you take it and run. There's been some poor cricket from Sri Lanka.
Forward defensive, 84 for 8. Evans drift down leg side, that'll just roll away to the fence. Probably a leg by yes.
Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, it turns away in disgust actually as he goes back up to his mark. Need to be on target, just stay on the stumps. Hind leg is up.
Thinking about the second, but no. Right now, Zimbabwe have a good 74 runs insured. And what really stood out for me was the new ball. It did swing, but the lengths that Zimbabwe were able to bowl. And Ngarava back of a length, hitting the pitch hard. And that set the tone. That first over really set the tone. Not afraid to bowl the short ball either.
Yeah, he's been good for Zimbabwe. Richard Ngarava for a pretty long time actually. And right up at the front, what he possesses is that angle, because and then he does get the ball to shape if there's anything in the atmosphere. 2 for 11. Brilliant.
The short ball again, and another one. Kramer with the catch. Evans, who's been impressive again tonight, and Zimbabwe closing.
A lovely, lovely night out for the Zimbabwean bowlers. Up it goes into the air, too quick for him, and absolutely no mistake for Graham Cremer, who pouches that easily. Isan Malinga out for 1, and Zimbabwe 1 wicket away from victory now at 89 for 9.
$89 for 9. Teixeira walks in. Evans on the stumps. 17 done. It is 89 for 9.
After 17 overs, 89 for 9. Sri Lanka.
Yeah, the variation with the short ball is just quick. Extra bounce. It has been the fast bowlers of Zimbabwe that made such an impact today. Sorry reading, Shanaka threatened, but it's all too much. Zimbabwe have been fabulous in defending a power total. At the end of the innings, you might have thought that it would have been 20 short, but it was enough. Always enough tea served here at the Tapal Tea Lounge. Garam garam chai being served. #1 brand, tea brand of Pakistan. Drifting down. Hello here. We had 100% confidence with dander-free air. Nice forward defensive.
Important for Zimbabwe this to experience victory, to kind of make corrections as they go, batted better and got to what was a par score. In the end, really, it's seemingly some way above par. They've made it difficult for the batters here. A little help from them, the batters in the run-outs and near run-outs, giving their wickets away. Just didn't get started. But as a team, you want players in the side effecting victory, knowing what it is to contribute to victory and building on that as they go.
$90 for 9. Different routes. It was Ngarava who started it all off. It's it to cover there. No. The little mix up.
Oh, it might have been apt, you know, the run out to finish things off. Look at what Ngarava's done tonight, over the wicket to right-handers and also round the wicket as well. And a couple of wickets on a length, and you expect him with the ball new to swing it. The movement that he gets makes him a difficult customer to deal with. There's a consistency in length. And also with that height gets extra bounce. So not so easy to get away. Charged with the responsibility of starting Zimbabwe off well in the game, and did that beautifully today.
Probably the first delivery that's actually pitched up. He's been back of a length, and that back of the length has been quite flicker-free. Like these guys, very flicker-free. The moment, flicker-free moment, download the flicker-free app now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. Rava's been brilliant, and be fitting if he gets this last wicket. And that's short ball again.
Yeah, here's a look. Just ducks back, not quite the length to hit an extra bounce. It's high on the bat, and then doesn't quite get at that. Carries to third. Fantastic start. Wickets early, always want them in the power play.
And thrashes it away past cover, and he's hit it well enough and goes to the fence. Boundary after 5 overs, and that too for Tikshana.
He stumped this, little flat bat. Manages to find a gap, and away it goes. Looking to try and put the final touches here. Zimbabwe would love to bowl Sri Lanka out rather than bowl out the 20.
25 for 2, the first 6 overs, the power play which set it all up for Zimbabwe. And wickets in the middle overs and at the back end too. So the bowling performances really come together. Evans 3 overs, 2 for 8. He'll get movement.
And I guess today's lesson for the Zimbabweans is that you don't necessarily need to aim up at the 180, 190. You've got to kind of just set your stall out, use the power play accordingly. Sufficient aggression with some sort of caution, and then in the middle overs you've got to start once again. Oh dear. Managed to get under it. Teixeira survives, doesn't go to hand. but wasn't happy with this short one. Yeah, and in talking about sort of formulating a score, just they have to work through the middle of the game and allow their all-rounders who can thump it at the back end the opportunity. Yes, try and keep the tempo up.
Has a go this time. Didn't like the, oh. This is all, and he's missed the stumps. He lost it in the lights, so couldn't take the catch, and then the throw misses the stumps, so can't quite close it out yet.
Looked like it was going to be an easy one, actually, and in the end, he just can't see it. He's quite fortunate it doesn't. There you go. That's what happened, goes across there. And good luck seeing it if you're running in that direction. Today, doesn't cost you anything.
Gets it down to fine, but now Shanaka feels that he should take on these last couple of deliveries. Tushara with the bouncer, doesn't really trust him. But 2 more deliveries. Still the 20th over, but it's been Zimbabwe whose performance has really increased after that first game against Pakistan. Throws back, hits it in the air down to deep point, still no single, so the final ball. Evans has just gone for 9, and he's 2 for 9 in 3.5 deliveries. You want to get another wicket?
Yeah, but wicket would be nice for sure. That's a top effort. 2 days in a row as well.
And he bowls in the Yorker fittingly. It is Evans who hits the stumps. And Sri Lanka bowled out for 95. Zimbabwe with a thumping victory. It has been a marked improvement on a couple of days. The bowling has been superb. Their batting adequate. But captain Sikandar Raza wanted Zimbabwe to cross the line, wanted to get on that victory lap. And they've done it in some style.
Led from the front, Sikandar Raza. Top work done as well by Bennett. And then the bowlers went to work. And they swelled that 162 with wickets in the power play. Early wickets, and Sri Lanka never recovered. So happiness for the Zimbabweans as they win here by 67 runs over Sri Lanka. Sanat Jayasuriya and Dasun Shanaka in conversation. Not happy, of course, haven't been happy throughout the whole game. Just things not quite going according to plan. And so to the drawing board they go. And for the Zimbabweans, corrections done. And they get a victory. I would like to build on that in the next game and continue to go from strength to strength.
Absolutely. Sikandar Raza that they crossed the line, and today the bowling really came to the fore. Yes, they batted well. You thought it was a middling total. It was a good total in the end. It was a very, very good one because the way that Zimbabwe bowled and the way that they caught meant that Sri Lanka had no chance. Sri Lanka, well, they had problems with the batting this year. This is the 3rd time that they've been bowled out for 100. Evans has been fabulous in these 2 games. This was perfect. Off-stump Yorker. Shanaka just backing away too much. But going for just 9 in his 4-over spell. He has been on the money. Sikandar Raza yet again with the bat. And he'll be very all out for 95 in just 20 overs.
Yeah, wonderful for the bowlers. A top night out. Everybody with something. 95.
162, Zimbabwe got Bennett 49, Sikandar Raza 47, and then Sri Lanka bowled out for just 95. 2 wickets for Ngarava.